Yo, what up, YouTube? I'm Snorlax Shogun, and this is Patch Notes, the non-stall edition. If you watched the stream this morning, sorry. There's a lot to cover. There's a whole lot to cover. And we're going to try to cover it as fast as humanly possible. Faster than it's going to take for the checkout of my art book to complete if it actually completes. But if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe. Trust me, you're gonna like the content. If you don't, well, you're gonna make my dogs sad. So appreciate it. Comment down below, helps me out with the algorithm. But we're gonna take a look here real quick at the trailer that everybody has already seen, that has been leaked. This is the episode 4 trailer. Good stuff. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. We had it turned up for stuff before. So you can see Ross showing up with the sword. There's not a whole lot going on there. Could be more. Torch cutting basics. I'm gonna have to make sure I watch that later on. That'll be really important. But episode 4 tutorial, we're going to be going into the next episode. We're already getting the new character, and as mentioned, it's going to be an interesting character, that's for sure. Really interested to see just how it evolves over time, right? But Ross boards the ship with the summer sword at the request of Theronhad. He heads to the summer shrine to meet with the emperor and a high-ranking official, Zaharak. So hey, yo, what? So Zahak literally can't be MLK Ron. Just pointing that out. He's a character. He's a story character. So everybody who's like, oh, Zahak is gonna just be MLK Ron, but it'll be like Solitaria and Ida, or something like that. Nah, man, sorry to dash your hopes. That's not MLK Ron. But somebody who's on some massive amount of copium is still going to find some way to be like, oh no, Zahak is definitely still MLK Ron, bro. Around that time, Ran, who chased Ross, is confused by how a Theronad has turned into a different place from its past. He encounters Aiden. We're going to call him, so there's some contention on how you say this character's name. It's Aiden, which is a very much a boy's name, or Aiden, which also kind of sounds like a boy's name as well. So however I'm going to call her Aiden, who is running errands for the summer shrine. Okay, fantastic. So story, let's be real, most people are just going to skip through all of this anyways, except for those handful of people that are going to be like, I read the entire story. That makes me, very knowledgeable on all of this stuff. I mean, I read the story as well. I don't always remember the story. But the interesting thing here is we're going to get the Molgor from the AP exchange. Hold on a second. These refresh, right? There's a limited number of times players can purchase certain design. Okay, never mind. 1 out of 1. Normally AP shops refresh, but that's a little, if this refreshes, that would be OP. But if it, because AP exchanges, right? Hold on. I can go to adventure. It's just 1 time per account. Wait, does it say that there? Am I not reading? It literally says that. You know what? Hey, it's 6 in the morning, all right? First off, 6 in the morning shouldn't exist. Daylight savings time is horrible. If anybody can explain to me in the comments section why daylight savings time is a thing, that would be great. But bold of you to assume that I can read. Also like to point out that my payment is still in progress for my art books. But 2 new 2-star monsters. Yo. I'm interested to see what these new 2-star monsters do, because if you know me, you know you know that I am about those 2-star characters like the Danger Doggo, the Mighty Mouse, all of that stuff. So I'm interested to see if these have any like super busted kit that I can play around with. So we'll see. When I see them, when I can find them, I'm gonna do a review on them. We're gonna do a 2-star unit review. But Aiden, 3-star character. We're going to take a look. She's going to start out as a grass thief, right? So we take a look here.
I think every life has meaning, so I'm sure I'll find the reason for my being too one day.
Okay. Very main character, generic story.
How persistent. Die already.
Single target ninja. Don't particularly, if you want to watch the story, you can watch the story. We're going to look at the hero introduction here. Okay, so real world champion. 3-star elemental. 111 base speed for a thief is very kind of mediocre, honestly. Attack imprint is a 3-star. Has crit in the in the kit. Probably going to be ridiculously underwhelming very, very early on. Yeah, it gives those Ushiwakamaru vibes for sure. But Grass Thief, so we're going to take a look here. S3 is called Lightning Bolt, which is kind of a lame name. I'm going to be for real. Like, kind of lame. Now, we do see a new debuff come into play, and this is weakness shared. So Lightning Bolt attacks the enemy repeatedly, granting increased attack and weakness shared to the caster for 2 turns. A critical hit has a 75% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. So this is going to go up to 100% chance to decrease defense for 2 turns. Soul Burn to ignore effect resist. Now, when an ally attacks, increases damage dealt against elite or boss monsters by 10%. So this is only going to be for her because it's only going to be on her, but this is something that's going to be kind of interesting because we might see this in the future. Smilegate has this thing where they put like a new ability on a 3-star, test it out, and then go from there. And we'll see how this works out. I think it's okay. I think it's all right. But overall, hold on one sec. Can we get a moderator to ban this this bot? Fantastic. A little boring, but
적을 연속으로 공격하고 자신에게 2턴간 공격력 증가와 약점 공유를 발생시킵니다. 약점 공유는 아군이 공격 시 대상이 엘리트, 보스 몬스터라면 피해량이 10%.
let's see. So I mean, it does look pretty cool. I like this chick here at the front. Why don't we have her, dude? That would be that. She is going to be some sort of like main villain-ish character, but I'm digging that character. But S2, 3-turn cooldown, attacks all enemies with a blade gust with an 80% chance to make them unable to be buffed for 2 turns. When there are 3 or fewer enemies, damage dealt increases with fewer enemies. This is going to be a 3-turn, AoE ability. So this will probably be good for, helping out in story, stuff like that. Overall, though, with no strip or anything ahead of time, I can't imagine that it is it's going to be too useful in any sort of PvP. So we'll go to S1, and this is going to be ankle cut here. Yeah, this just increases combat readiness by 20%. A very lazy design lately is that just, you know what? Hey, just when they use an S1, just give them 20% combat readiness. I'm really not this, other than weakness shared, this character's kit is very generic. There's not a lot of thought into this for a character that's supposed to be the new main character, right? Even Blade Gust is literally just like here's an AoE. I don't know. Not super impressed by the character for like a main character. I mean, at least when Ross first came out, like you had the double up, you've got the heal on the S3 with the defense buff. He's got a very solid kit, especially SC Ross. Now, one thing to note here, hold on, let me this is just, oh, okay, this is just the trailer again. One thing to note here though is that, well, you obtain her immediately right out the gate, right? Complete Determination Shrine, episode 4, and you get this character. Now, as you go along, right, you're going to be getting things to unlock additional versions of this character, which I think is a really interesting mechanic that they're putting into the game. And I can see there being a future for this, right? Now, the interesting thing here is that I'm sure that as you get further into the story is when you'll unlock these versions. So Awakening Aiden missions have different completion conditions and rewards in each chapter in episode 4. So one of the big things here too is you're going to get the secret scroll. This is going to be how you're going to imprint her. That is typical of like a Mary Ross, what have you. Now they don't go into the fact here. They don't show it here, which I think that they should, considering it's really important. But you're not going to be using catalysts in order to upgrade her skills, right? There's also going to be awakenings in the future, or she's going to be kind of like an evolving character. And I think that that's really an interesting twist on this character, right? So you're going to be able to unlock fire, water, or you start as earth, and then there's also light that they mentioned. Now there's no dark so far, but the interesting thing here is whether or not you can shift between those elements, right? I think that is going to be the real big thing for me, is whether or not you can shift between those, because I'm sure that as you shift between, your kit is going to change, right? And maybe I want the kit, I can see this character being like this is the character that you use for hunts, right? And I think that would be actually really, really good if this character was almost irrelevant in PvP, but was the definitive be-all, end-all character for hunts, right? You need her to be water for Wyvern. You need her to be grass for Banshee. You need her to be fire for Golem. You need her to be light for whatever, whether it be C13 or A13, right? And that way you could just put all of your hunt gear on one character, and you can go, you know what, I want to farm Wyvern, and then you just switch her to water. I want to farm Banshee, you just switch her to earth. Not that I think that this kit is good for Banshee, right? But that would be a very interesting character in my opinion. I think that would be a really great way to kind of do something with that character. It'd also help out newer players. It'd also help out, veteran players. I've got characters that like I literally can't use them in PvP because they're my PvE character, right? So we're just gonna see a Zakan preview on 11/25. Interesting. Okay. See right there, ML Kron stands BTFO'd. So we're gonna get the new Guild Wars season. That should be fine. Expect some Guild Wars. So I am back in Shogunate. Expect some Shogunate verses, because I can meme around again, and not as sweaty. And if we lose Guild Wars, then I just blame Frost. Pretty simple. We are going to get a new Guild Wars artifact, and I am interested to see what this one does. So increase effect resist of all allies by 10%, and the caster's effect resistance by an additional 25%. The caster's effect resist decreases by 3% with each suffered attack down to 10%. Now this can go all the way up to 35%, 20% for all allies, 50% for the caster, and then it'll go down to 35%. This is pretty okay, right? How much does Strax give? I mean, this is good because it can go on literally anybody, right? Strax Gauntlet is just for warriors, and it gives 60% when it's above 50, but when it's below hit 50, the effect is halved. So this is like Strax Gauntlet, but for everybody, and it, yeah, this is actually pretty good. I really like this, actually. You know, you have people complaining about Angelica, right? You've got people complaining about F10. Like, this is just going to kill control here. Not that control is very relevant, right? But this definitely will help against some of that stuff that people are complaining about. So I'm going to max one of these out for sure. This would be good on a maid. I'm here to cry that the $70 book is sold out. I've literally been payment in process for the last 45 minutes. I'm sure that I didn't get one, which is very disappointing. But this is going to be really good for like a maid, an Amelia. Yeah, I think this will be pretty sweet. Yo, hey, these frames are actually pretty solid. This, I mean, it's not the best frame in the world, but I mean, these frames, they're kind of up in their frames a little bit here, dude. You managed to order the art book. Is that the collector's edition one? I mean, I've been stuck in payment in process all morning, so I'm sure I didn't get one. But Hall of Fame, we're gonna get the Epic Pass with the Vildred skin, but we knew that this one was coming. This isn't a surprise in any way, shape, or form. Epic Pass, Late Summer Daydream. You know, Epic Passes. Nothing new. From that. So I'm sure that all the stuff is the same here, right? Nothing new. Vildred skin, but it's just for green Vildred. So is what it is. Spirit Eye Celine's going to be coming out. Now I've talked about Spirit Eye Celine before. I'll probably do a deep dive into her. I know her modifiers are out and stuff like that. So this is going to be, I think on paper, Spirit Eye Celine is good, but I think in practice, she's going to be difficult. Yeah. So let's talk about Shadow Knight Phyllis here. I'm going to just briefly cover this, and then I think I'm going to go do an in-depth video here in a little bit about it after I kind of take a look at her. Now, we've all been waiting for the next the next specialty change for ages, right? And so Phyllis is um has been hinted for a while. Now, I will say, looking like fire. Like the Shadow Knight look, really really sweet. I'm looking forward to like reading her specialty change story as well. So her guard is going to turn into perceptive slash. Now, previously, this attacked the enemy before provoking for 1 turn, granted a barrier to the caster for 2 turns, damage dealt and barrier proportional to the caster's defense. Now, it's going to concentrate in order to dispel 1 debuff from all allies before attacking the enemy, provoking for 1 turn and doing the same thing here. So this is going to be a dispel, so it's going to be able to get rid of unbuffable, and then put the barrier up, right? And if you have a lot of defense on her, especially with her defense scaling passive, that is going to be a pretty thick shield. So I mean, I've already got, here's how you specialty change. You already know how to specialty change. So we're going to see Trust Rune increases effectiveness by 25%. Courage Rune, when using Weakening Blow, has a 60% chance to dispel 1 buff from the target. Now, if we bring this up, that is her S1. Right. Let me get to Phyllis over here so that way I know exactly what I'm talking about and what is getting modified here. Okay, so on Phyllis, yes, Weakening Blow is her S1. So not only do you have a 75% chance to provoke, but you're going to be getting rid of a potentially 1 buff. Now, I don't think that this happens beforehand. I would imagine it happens afterwards. It would be really cool if it happened before, like you dispel the buff and then you have the 75% chance to provoke. That would be pretty sweet. Now, here's wow, this is actually really good. Increase hit chance a perceptive slash by 45%. Now, that is going to be her S3, right? This perceptive slash. Now, this is going to be able to dispel 1 buff from all of your allies. This is going to provoke for 1 turn. So that means you're going to be able to hit your violets. You're going to be able to hit your rylets. You're not going to have to worry too much about evasion, because 45% is pretty big. It's going to overcome, your degen or your Moonlight Dream Blades, stuff like that, right? So that's really, really big. Now, Harvest Rune, when the target is provoked after using Perceptive Slash, increase combat readiness of an ally by 15%. It would be kind of cool if, I mean, this is going to be good, but it is kind of, it's of all allies. Actually, that's really good. So you can build her tanky and kind of fast, and she's going to be able to CR push. Now, her S3 is on a 4-turn cooldown, 3-turn cooldown, so that's going to actually cycle pretty quick. 15% isn't like the biggest thing in the world, but it's not the worst, right? Health Rune recovers 3% of health at the start of the turn. Yo, man, actually, this character's kind of nutty here. I mean, 3% health isn't, again, the end of the world, and you're going to want to build her a little bit more on the defensive side than the HP side, but this is going to help out a little bit in terms of that staying power, right? Prosperity Rune, when the caster's health is 70% or more, increases effect resist by 60%. So she's going to come right out of the gate with 60% ER. That's going to help against locking her down early. That's going to help against, this is going to be good against Angelica, right? This is going to be good against like an F10 to at least get rid of 1 of the debuffs on your team. So if you can build her with enough ER, potentially with the Guild Wars artifact, that would already right out of the gate be 110 effect resist. So just putting on like an effect resist ring, like you can easily get her really, really high on the effect resist in order to prevent some of that. And if you, like, let's say with Angelica, right, you can get rid of the unbuffable. You're not going to be able to, because typically I forget if it cleanses random or if it still cleanses a specific set in RTA. Somebody let me know in chat or in comment section, and I'll talk about that. But perception rune increases hit chance by 30%. So you have a 75% chance. Yo, hold on. You have a 75% chance on your S3 to hit your target. That completely negates Violet. That completely negates Millum, because you're going to be able to hit with this. You're going to get a 6 speed increase, which is good because Phyllis is 91 base speed. Yeah, and Rylet. Anybody with evasion, Phyllis is going to be able to hit. Sacrifice rune. Increase combat readiness by 15% after being attacked by an enemy inflicted with provoke or redirected provoke. This is really strong as well. So not only are you going to be provoking, but this is going to be turn cycling Phyllis as well, increasing, the chance, the cooldown, 3-turn cooldown, right? I mean, that's huge. This is actually really good. This is really, really solid. Unity rune. When an ally except for the caster is attacked by a counter attack, dual attack, or extra attack, has a 100% chance to decrease damage suffered by 30%. Yo, are you kidding me right now? Dude. Okay, Phyllis meta right now. Honestly, I can tell you right now, Phyllis, super meta. I'm a big fan of this right now. Like 30% reduction on counter and dual attacks. And then increased chance to hit. Nah, she's not that good. She's just meh. I think you're wrong. I think you're wrong. I think just having her here is going to, I mean, you just put defense, you put an Arius on her. Somebody asked, Phyllis S2 needs to get hit 4 times. I mean, that's fine. If a knight takes damage from Arius, does that mean the knight took the hit? No. And you'll wait to see me use her? I 100% will. I 100% will use this unit. I mean, I literally already have her 6 stars, so I am all about this unit. But I mean, just in general, the dual attack. I mean, if you were to put her with Rowana, right? If you were to put her with Rowana, you're healing, you're pushing, you're reducing damage suffered by 30%. This isn't just crit damage. This is just 30% damage in general. Yeah, we're gonna do this SC. Like, we'll get this knocked out like in a day. I'll knock this out in a day, and I will build this unit. I'm probably gonna do another. Yeah, we're definitely gonna build this this unit. It's kind of like a Sea Armin, but not particularly. Now, like, the other thing too with her is that you have her S2 as well, right? So I mean, this is what she's sitting at right now, right? Which here we're just gonna do it the solid, take it to plus 15. And so if you take a look at her S2, right, at the moment the caster is attacked, increases defense of the caster. At the moment of every 4th attack suffered, increases defense of all allies for 2 turns. Caster's increased defense can stack up to 3 times. So this is going to be a lot. This is going to be 150% increased defense. right? 75% chance to provoke on the S1. Her defense increases over time. She's going to get 3% health at the beginning of a turn. You can soul burn this for 10 souls to just put up fat barriers nonstop and cleanse 1 debuff. I think it's going to be really good. At least in my head and on paper, I think that it's really good. I think her stats, Elbrus sounds good on her as well. Yeah, but I think you want more mitigation, right? I think mitigation is going to be like a big thing. Because she can be like a one-stop shop, right? You can put Arius on her, and then if you get counterattacked, it works like an adamant. I think that she's gonna be real good. Do I think that she'll be like, oh hey, I'm gonna replace C Armin, I'm gonna replace FCC, Noble Oath for more, 250% increased defense, bro. She'll just kill everybody by herself. Hold on. Noble Oath, Phyllis, Lifesteal. We're gonna make it happen. I feel like I've got really tanky Lifesteal gear, and we'll just solo people with her. Because she's gonna get CR pushed when people are invoked with Provoke. Her S3 has 100% chance to provoke and is gonna hit. Yeah, we're gonna build some really weird Phyllis, dude. It'll be interesting. First Skystone purchase doubled. Okay. So if you guys want to top off on some Sky Stones, they're doubling up. You know what? I'll be completely honest. They're feeling very cash grabby lately. Like with all the packs, the renewals, this stuff. Yeah. Skin, you get this from the art book that you can buy, but all the limited ones are out. Feels bad, man. Yeah, literally sold out before the stuff even remotely before the live stream was even over. Very, very poor. I'm probably going to talk about that at length in the future. So, yeah. Zahak is an RBG, yes. Tried it. No, I tried to get the collector's edition, Yusuf. I didn't want the normal one. But I'll end up getting the normal one. The collector's edition was sold out like immediately. All right. Let's see. An issue where 4-star Armin uses the third option on her exclusive equipment. The description of the priority multiple damage reduction skills was not displayed. The skill description for Maid's Pride will be improved. Anything important here? Exclusive equipment can now be found in the hero journal. That's okay. Do not show a mount pop-up. Grade filters will be added. Modification materials. Okay. Yo, we're gonna get... No, dude. They're putting in a GG emote? Bro, are you kidding me? Toxic, dude. Toxic, bro. Why? Why are they doing this? This is the worst thing that they could do. This is dumb. Oh, hey, Raslaugh wasn't bad enough. Roslav wasn't toxic enough. Now we gotta just see the GG every time somebody counterattacks. So stupid, dude. Emotes were a mistake. So we're gonna get a episode 4 surprise gift. Yeah, because nobody ever says GG. No one ever says GG and actually means it. Except in Final Fantasy 14, where people are nice. But we're gonna get a 5-star hero ticket and a 5-star summon artifact ticket. That's cool. I like that. People are gonna complain that they're just gonna get a dupe. They'd be like, "Oh, nice compensation, Smilegate. It's just gonna be a dupe." Hold on, did somebody already? Oh, this is very nice. Oh, here, literally, see, another dupe hero to get. Batman 94. Thank you for making sure that I was yeah. Oh, free random nat 5 is junk nowadays to compared to those broken limited units recently. When will we nerf those broken units? We're never gonna nerf anything, man. Holy crap, dude. Rather than random, can we pick a desired hero like we used to? Like the old event? What old event? I mean, other than the selective summon, when have we ever gotten those? Holy crap, webcamchat.com, hot girls and boys chat. Can you stop? But yeah. Sag, dude. For the gift password, Epic 7 XR. Epic 7 XR. That is what everybody really wants. Like 2 months ago. Yeah, but that was the selective summon. I mean, I'm fine with that. But that was for the end of the thing, right? You had to beat the whole thing. So art book, 250 collectors art books, dude. And they're gone. They were gone instantaneously. The site busted. Yeah, mine's still in processing. And yeah, if we cannot place the order because the item's sold out. Cool, dude. So I don't even know why they're showing this right here. Nobody got those. Well, some people did, right? Event to celebrate the art book. Players who are purchasing the art book and have purchased more items more than $100, and this will get a coupon. Okay. So if you want the mirror skin, you have to order the art book. Now, when I ordered the art book, when I had it in my cart, it was $51 shipping. The book was $70. The art book itself was $51 shipping. That's real expensive. Yeah, I don't know. 250 limited was just was rough. And the fact that it was just like, oh hey, we're just gonna throw these out here and it's gone. So expect if you want one of the limited art books that you can probably find one on eBay shortly after they come out. But a little disappointed that it wasn't handled. I don't think that it was handled very well. Somebody said that they showed the, here we'll do, nope, back. We're gonna mute this. Did they show Zaharak? Okay. No. We're gonna get Unspoken Truth. I wish it was limited like 1,000, not 250. Oh, hold on.
Designated order.
Here we go at the very end.
At the usual time, hopefully. But not hopefully. But we'll see you on Thursdays. It's your boy Mashu.
It's your best friend, your only friends. New.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Oh, it's on YouTube? Oh, well, it'll just be this, right?
Designated order. Without exception. I'll remove you like you never even existed.
Yo, that S3 is fire, though.
Regret only after everything is done.
Okay. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that was pretty hot. Do I think it's no, it's Zaharak. No live stream next time? Yeah, it's not MLK Run. No, it's definitely not. It's how do I even say this dude's name? I'm gonna figure this out. Hold on. Yeah, he's RBG. No, he might not be RBG. He could be ML. Just because we'll have 2 weeks. We'll have 2 weeks of ML Celine. That would be around the time that they would announce the next ML5 in Mystics. I did order the board game, yes. No, you're right. Yeah, they wouldn't do an ML5 because ML Celine, then we'll get the rerun. Yeah, no, you're right. It's an RBG. Rip everybody else. But yeah, Zahak. I actually really like his name, Zahak. They said Judge Kisei in December. You're gonna have to buffer. No, like who's gonna pull for Judge Kisei? People who got the skin and need that. No, they'll buffer, dude. The buff copium. But I think that's about it. Hopefully your 10 rolls went, your free rolls went well. Mine did not. But for those of you watching on YouTube, that's it. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think about all of this. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy, homies. Peace.